Tojin.
Wow, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wardcast, your weekly source for video game news, machinima, and survival horror discussion, updates on the Ward, and more. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside Jazz Rich, Alec Funnel,
I got my sister to Christmas presents this year. A pair of slippers and a vibrator. If she doesn't like the slippers, then at least she goes screw herself.
and Carmen De La Cruz. I hope everybody... Who, me?
No, Carmen.
Oh.
She said something, but she was muted.
Oh. Yeah. Hopefully everybody's having a good week. We have Christmas right around the corner. Next week will be the Christmas episode. So I'm not sure if I'll have anything ready for that, but I'm going to try. We'll see what I can do. Yeah, Mr. Alec has done it again like he normally does. So good job to Alec.
Nerd.
But yeah, I think he's got a couple things ready for that episode. I'll do something. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to have a machinima or like a game or a segment or something, but I'm definitely going to do something to make it a little bit more Christmassy. So yeah, hopefully you guys will join us for that. But less of this week, or less of next week, more of this week. But this week we're talking about Ryu Go Gotoku Studios and their new projects, Capcom reviving a dead franchise, Larian still being a beacon of light in the industry, and the next Witcher game. We have another Machinima showcase this week, and in the games department we have Ward a Monster. Who said that stuff? Censorship, because YouTube spies. And finally, nobody asked us at the end of the podcast. But first, Jazz, how was the week?
Sucked. It was a couple of days off work for being not sick, not all there. So I took a couple of sort of days off. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough time. But I work next week, and then I'm on a couple weeks of vacation that I took. So hopefully that'll be good. And yeah, it's been cold, which is nice. My window's open, which is nice. And getting a little bit sick, sort of, which not nice. The one thing that was good this week was so I had a little bit of takeout and like food, and I've been eating French fries, and of course I didn't want to go upstairs to get ketchup, so I busted out. I went into my finest collections and pulled out a bottle of vintage red from Lee. It's expired, but I'm still eating it because it's fine. It's fine. And yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's not Heinz, but it's still good. So it's half empty now, so I'm gonna need to bust out another bottle. Ketchup. It's the highlight of my week is ketchup. So great. I watched some things and I played some stuff. We played Baldur's Gate on PlayStation with Sean and Shayla. Yeah, finally got the two together.
Yeah.
Down by the water. best name ever.
It's so good.
Played some Suns with like everyone. And I played a little bit, but not much of, just because I just tried it, but just a little bit here and there, but not enough to judge yet. But I tried Steel Rising, but I haven't really gone anywhere. I just basically watched the first opening cutscene, just went outside to do a little bit of the combat with the little dudes, and then got to the first save point, and then I've just been redoing that over and over again to try to get the points or the things to level up a little bit. But it's really pretty, and the story seems cool so far from the first cutscene. And then other than that, I just basically I still haven't watched Arcane because I need to binge it, so I think I'm gonna do that during my vacation. I watched some YouTubes, and Howie, my friend Howie, told me that Netflix rebooted Ranma One Half, and he said that they pretty much stuck really close to it. So I watched that. I watched 6 episodes so far. This it's sticking really close to the story. It's like basically the exact same. New voice actors, obviously. Um, it's it's the same. It seems like the story's moving faster, so I guess they like cut some of the stuff out, but like not they can't really tell. But I don't know if that's just me not remembering it well or if it's just like that. But it's nostalgia. It's really cool. Uh so it's just bringing me back to like when I first started going to cons and cosplaying and just all the silly shit we used to do as like Ranma One Half people. It's just bringing back to the good old days, my like 20s and being 19 or whatever. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that they. Well, so is it a remake or like is the only thing different the animation
Well, the animation is
and the voice actors, of course?
and they like changed up a couple of lines here and there. Like it's stuck really close. Like if it's a remaster or remake or whatever you want to call it, a reboot, but like they kept like super super genuine to the original. They just kind of like cleaned up a couple of things here and there because like it had its problems, but it's still like based in the 80s, so they didn't like censor it or anything. Like obviously like Girl Rama still like takes his clothes off or whatever, but like they never really went into full details with it in the original either. So it's pretty much the same. Like you still have him getting groped and shit, and except now he's like falling in the pond and he's going like, "Oh shit!" Splash. So like, it's just I'm fine with it. Like I don't mind it. The voices are less annoying because the like I think audio quality is better. It's the same voice actress in Japanese for Girl Ranma, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if they kept all the voice actors in Japanese because I don't know any other names, but so that's yeah. It's just so cool. I just know because I know the name because the girl Ranma was the same voice actress in Japanese as Lena Inverse in Japanese, and I'm like, those were my two bros. So
You have to watch it. I never got a chance to watch the original, and I've always wanted to, so
there you
I'll have
go.
to check it out. Then I won't know what I'm missing. I
Yeah,
mean, I still want to watch the original at some point too, but I think it'd
yeah,
be like better for me to watch the new one first because then I have nothing to compare it to.
yeah. But it's so close to it that like honestly, it's really hard. Like I can't compare it. Like I can't. It just looks like the art was cleaned up and the voices were just changed, but like still pretty close to it. Like they
That's
kept the
cool.
same tone. Yeah. So it's really good. I like it.
Nice.
It's limited on episodes right now, so like I got 6 and the last when I looked there was 11. I don't know if they're just adding on like a little bit at a time because it's a fucking long series. Like it's 7 seasons or whatever, plus like all the OVAs. But yeah, I have it all upstairs, but it's not the same. I want to watch it. I want to watch the remake. Yeah, and I'm running out of show and tell things, but I can show you my piggy bank, which there's actual loonies and toonies and stuffs in there. It's a D20. Yeah. I can trick
Have you
people.
tried to roll it?
I have. I got 17, which is my lucky number.
Oh wow.
I can trick people because I can just tell them that like, oh, it's just a D20, but then like there's like a really like not noticeable. So if somebody tries to rob me, I can have like a decoy piggy bank full of like pennies or something, and somebody would grab it and be like, "Oh, this is a piggy bank," and they rob me, and then like this thing just like sits there, and it's like, "Haha, this is the piggy bank," which I just told the entire internet.
So much for that.
Come rob me. I live at Sean's address at the bottom of the screen.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my Carmen, you.
Ah,
You go.
No. Oh no, I don't. Okay, I go. All right, bye.
This is from this morning, by the way.
My weeks have been pretty uneventful, except for I started a new job. I think since the last time I've been on here, or I may have just barely started it since the last time I was on here. It's going, and I was actually sick last week, so I was sick at the end of last week, and I'm still kind of getting over it. But mostly, I have been playing Sons of the Forest a little bit, not half as much as other people, but I was able to join Sons of the Forest a bit with pretty much everybody here. Yeah. So like today I think we clocked 9 hours, but I took like a 1 hour break in the middle with Jazz and Diz and Shayla.
Shit,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. So that was good. I've been playing some of that. And my computer should not be able to run it, but yeah. But I have everything like dumbed down on the lowest setting, and it still looks freaking gorgeous. The same as the first one. I mean, gorgeous in the same way as the first one. I played a little bit of Last of Us. I don't remember if I had mentioned that I had played the Miraculous Ladybug video game, which is like geared towards children and kind of awful, but I played it and I liked it anyway. And but just the demo, I think I mentioned that, but I'm not sure. And I played a little bit of a language learning RPG that I got a few years ago called Terra Alia. That it's actually not the greatest, but I got it for $10 like 3-4 years ago. So I've been playing a little bit of that. I've been watching the Matlock reboot, which is pretty nice.
Trying to watch Matlock.
I never saw the original, but this new one stars what's her name? Catherine Bates. Is that right? Catherine Bates, Misery, epic lady. Yeah, love her. She's so good.
Why does Catherine Bates sound weird?
Because I've never heard her referred to as that. It's always Kathy.
Is it Kathy
Bates. Yeah, thank
That's
you.
it.
I was like, it's
not
Katie Bates. It's not Catherine. Well,
Yeah.
It's yeah.
No, I couldn't remember.
Let's be super formal over here today.
Also, she was in
You know.
Titanic.
Oh, was she Molly Brown?
Mhm.
Yeah, the unsinkable.
Okay. Yeah, I absolutely love her, and I do love the new Matlock because it's I don't have anything to compare it to because I haven't seen the original, but it's great in the way that there's so many ways that it could twist and turn. Like, you don't know where the twist is actually going to come from. And it's just the hook, just the very beginning of the whole first episode. Things are not as they seem, and it kind of all gets put together in the last 5 minutes of the show. And so the very last 5 minutes of the first episode, you're like, oh my God, like I knew something was up, but I wouldn't have guessed that. And it's good. It's good. And that is about it. I watched Encanto again.
How many times does that make it? 462?
No, just around 25. I
that all?
finally stopped.
My bad.
Camping, yeah. No, because like the first year I watched it like 22 times, and then like and then I was kind of done with it. But I have been watching religiously Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir, or Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. I know I got really into that like 2 months ago or something, and I watched the whole thing through. And now I'm watching the whole thing through again, but in French. So I'm about halfway through at this point. I'm somewhere in the end of season 3. Actually, I think I'm about to start season 4. I think I'm on the second to last episode of season 3. It's gonna get so good. I mean, it's it starts out very kiddie, but of course it's for kids. But then, like, it's one of those things like Harry Potter where it ages up as the audience ages up. It's or at least the story does in complexity. It's just really freaking good. It has a hold on me. But anyway, and there's going to be trauma and drama and love and anyway. So, Alec, how was your week?
Not have a show and tell?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I don't. I would say Sons of the Forest, but I can't show it to you. So, here's my hand, and imagine that we can. One of these days,
it's a hand.
I'm gonna get that pop up to work where, like how they do on the TikToks, and you're like, whoop, and it just pops up. Yeah, we got to work on that and see how we can get it to pop up as like not a full screen, not a shared screen, but like a little superimposed little pop up thing, so I could say, look, ha, yeah.
We'll fix it in post. Wow.
Exactly.
Right,
so,
played Sons, because it seems to be the flavour of the month or year at the moment. It was my partner's birthday this week, so we watched Wicked in the cinema.
You watched a what?
Wicked. The Wizard of Oz kind of spin-off on The Witch.
The Wicked? The movie?
Yeah.
The movie musical? Wicked.
That's what you said.
Yes, so I watched that. God, why? Why?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm still not into musicals. I've seen
Yeah.
musicals now, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not that type of gay. So yeah, what's that? I played new to me Rise of the Kashi. This looks like an old PS2 or PS3 game. It was on the network, so I was like, alright, play that. And it was alright, kind of weirdly made me think of playing Fisting Force, but yeah. Other than that, I've been busy. I've been super busy getting everything ready for Christmas. So I've done a machinima, as Sean mentioned. It's about 8 minutes long, so yeah. I'm just gonna send it to him. And therefore I played Hitman Blood Money because obviously I needed to play it some more, kill some more shit to get some more different things. So yeah, just been doing that really. And show and tell is something Lee gave me, which I have 6 of for some reason. He tried to give me.
Is it Resident Evil 4?
It's Resident Evil related. It is a first aid.
Drink it!
So,
is it drinkable? Is it real? Is there stuff in there? Drink it.
Alright. Lime mint. So
tell us how it tastes. Advertise.
Well, it's meant to be lime mint, so it must taste of strawberries.
Oh no. He hates it.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
add some vodka.
Week.
Add some gin, vodka, something. He's like, excuse me while I vomit.
Sean, how was your week?
Wow. Seems like it's stronger than the Resident Evil alcohol that they made a while ago.
You were
Uh,
supposed to share that with me, and you never did, you biscuit.
I still have half a bottle that is just sitting there that I need to drink. So
I'm
maybe
half a
if you
continent
come
away.
visit or whatever, then there you go. So yeah, this week I worked on a few projects. I have a couple things I'd like to get done before the end of the year, which is fucking a few weeks away, which is crazy. I can't believe this year's over already. Um, but yeah, want to get a couple things done that I've been working on. I played Uncharted 4, which I've been meaning to play since it came out. Like that was one of the games that went on my like priority list, like when it came out in 2016. And it just like as more games have been coming out, it just kept getting bumped and I never got around to playing it. So I finally played that. Um Played Sons of the Forest with you guys. I played Baldur's Gate 3 on honor mode with Jazz and Shayla. And I played Marvel Rivals. That's pretty much it. My show and tell. Since I played Uncharted, I figured I would show and tell this, especially because I can show it because like it's the collector's edition of 3 and it's open because it was already open when I bought it because it's like the box is super duper fucked up. I don't know what the hell happened to this thing, but it was at Walmart like a long time ago and it was just sitting there for forever and like it was still there like 2 years after the game had come out. And at that point, like I wasn't seeing it anywhere. It was getting harder and harder to find. So I figured I would either get that beat up version of it or I wasn't going to get it at all. But I was able to get it like a whole 10% off. So I got a little bit of a discount and I was the important thing was that I got it for the collection because I figured it would disappear and I'd never be able to add it to my Uncharted collection. But it's a pretty cool thing. Comes with this. It's got everything that it's supposed to have. All the contents in the box are in good shape. Everything's brand new. It's like a little chest. It's got an action figure in there. And kind of hard to show like that. But it's got a steel book. And it's still sealed. No reason to ever have to open it. But it's a pretty cool one.
You should unwrap all the action figures.
I
and
have like
toys and
3
things.
copies of this game. Like I have a digital one and like 2 standard copies, I think.
Unwrap
So
everything.
I'm never gonna open it. But it's got these little. It's a cool collector's edition. It's got these little compartments that open up like that.
Don't you want to play with him?
And in the compartments, no, there's got Drake's ring there, which is really cool, and it's actually pretty decent quality. It's got the engravings and all that on it. And then the other compartment is kind of weird. It's got his belt buckle for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like that was like a relevant factor in the game, you know, like the ring I understand, but the belt buckle's kind of weird.
So probably weren't many other factors in the game.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little collector's edition. Yeah. And that was my week. How dare you? Where's the news? It's time for the news. Oh. And also, it's been a long time since I played Uncharted, but I was just thinking about it. Does this have like relevance? I don't remember this like being a thing in the game. Like, was there a fucking Narnia wardrobe or something that I don't remember? Because I don't know. It's weird. Anywho, news. Has anybody even played Uncharted? All of them?
All of them? No, not yet.
I've played like, I don't know, 40 minutes of it.
Alec, do you not like Uncharted?
I'm not a fan of it, and I wasn't really a fan of Tomb Raider, so...
Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Why? I need reasons. See, look, you killed Jazz.
Well, you know, that's her issue. That's her beef.
No, I just sneezed.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
I just, it's like, oh, okay. I'm going Indiana's Jones style thing. Like, all right, they're fine. I'm gonna go
That is
through
not a
so
reason.
much bullshit to pick up this one treasure thing, which might as well be an NFT.
How dare you? All right, how dare you? I don't know. I think they're cool. It's it is It's like Indiana Jones for like a later generation or something. And like it's good. The writing's good. The graphics, like when they come out, the graphics are really good. Like super cinematic. It plays pretty good. What do you want? Like there's no video games for Indiana Jones out there that are even on the same level as Uncharted. So it's like it takes that concept and at least executes it well compared to like, ooh, this shitty fucking. I think the only Indiana Jones games that weren't complete garbage was the N64 one. From what I hear, I've never played it, and I hear the Wii one was decent, but outside of that, they're always terrible. So it's like it's for people that want a good Indiana Jones game, and they can't have it. This is their
And
this is
in
the
this
resolution to that.
also brought into like this century kind of.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm shaking randomly. I just like, I wondered if there's some
Is it
kind of.
poison? Are you supposed to
Yeah.
drink it?
No, I don't
It's
know.
actually a real first aid spray.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm gonna go
How much
wash my
sugar does it
mouth
have?
out. I'll be back.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Alec has poisoned himself.
I feel like I did that to
Oh,
him.
Lee has poisoned Alec.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising. Let's be
The
real.
real gift is the
But-
hospital bill at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It's a package deal. All right, news. The Witcher 4 was announced via a cinematic trailer. CD Projekt Red is known for their detailed world-building CG trailers, and this one keeps the tradition alive. The trailer confirms the new game will be a mainline title, and Ciri will be the protagonist. The preview set the tone to be very much in line with the previous games. However, Ciri's inclusion as the protagonist will come with many changes to the formula, mainly because Ciri is not a Witcher and will likely become one through the course of the game. So that's kind of an interesting perspective to have in the Witcher game. According to an interview with CD Projekt Red, Ciri was chosen to be the successor of the franchise 9 years ago, right around the time The Witcher 3 was released. However, it's been confirmed that Geralt, the protagonist of Witcher 3, will be in the game in some capacity, and the original voice actor Doug Cockle is returning for the role, which is always nice to see. Geralt has a line in the trailer, and there was speculation if this was going to be like a throwaway kind of advertising in the trailer only kind of a line, or if he was actually going to be in the game. But CD Projekt Red has confirmed his inclusion, but they did not want to spoil anything, so they didn't exactly say to what degree he was going to make an appearance. That's kind of what I expected. I figured he'd be there to kind of transition from 3 to 4, kind of passing the torch to Ciri. Which, I mean, I guess it kind of already did in 3, but it's nice to get a little bit of that in the new title as well. But there was a 6-minute trailer. We're going to take a look at some of it. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but it looks promising.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkable young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Tain't the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. You've an heart of gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling, sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny. Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
A witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did ye take? Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods!
No! You chose her. Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself! Run! To shelter! To your father! Run!
Can't hear you.
I was muted. But yeah, it looks really good. My concern was like the fact that they're kind of changing the protagonist and stuff like that. I was kind of concerned that it was going to change the vibe of the franchise, but it looks and seems like a Witcher game, so it looks really promising to me. I'm a little curious because like Ciri looks very much all like shitty and miserable and pissed off like Geralt was. And like I don't know a ton about Ciri, so I don't know like if that's like a new approach to the character that they're doing or if that's from the books. But like I know why Geralt was that way and it made sense. So I hope they're not just kind of like copy pasting kind of like his character and his like just the way he's perceived in the game just because like that's what people are expecting. I'm hoping that she kind of has her own like unique identity that's different from Geralt. But outside of that, it looks really good. It's a promising start. Do you guys care about The Witcher 4 at all? I know I'm the biggest fan here of the Witcher series.
I have not Witchered in any of the formats, so
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a long ways away, but yeah, I'm excited for it. Another thing I'm really excited for is Onimusha is getting revived in the form of Onimusha Way of the Sword. This was a big surprise at the Game Awards. This long dormant Resident Evil spin-off series hasn't seen a mainline entry since 2004, leading many to assume the franchise was dead. Capcom made an attempt back in 2018 to revitalize the series with an HD remaster of the original title, Onimusha Warlords. However, despite no sales reports, sales were estimated to be lower than expected. So I figured that was going to be the death of the franchise at that point. But that was not the case. Now, 6 years later, to the shock of many, Capcom has brought the series back with what looks to be a Souls-like take on the franchise. In the past, Onimusha was played more like a survival horror title than an action game. But if the trailer is anything to go by, Way of the Sword looks to have more of an involved combat system this time around and potentially play more like a Souls game, which I mean, isn't shocking. Let's be real at this point. But we're going to take a look at the trailer. It looks pretty cool.
I need to do a parody of that, The Way of the Alec.
It felt too quick to.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't come out till 2026, so it's a ways away, but just a little. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised we got that. Usually something like this, we get like a cinematic teaser kind of a trailer or something like that. So the fact that they had any gameplay whatsoever was very surprising. But yeah, just like from what I know about the original games versus the little bit of gameplay that they're showing there, like there's no way they can maintain the original gameplay like in that way. Like if that is genuine gameplay and that's how the combat system is, like it's going to be very, very different, which can be okay. It just kind of depends on how they handle it. I'm not a fan of everything turning into a Souls-like game, but it's it's the in vogue thing right now, so like everything's kind of riding that train, so it is what it is. But as long as they handle it somewhat genuinely to the original and they implement mechanics from the original game with the new gameplay style, I think I can see it working out okay. So definitely want to see more before I can really get super excited, but just the fact that this exists at all is shocking. So I'll take what I can get. Though I am kind of wondering, like the fact that they put this trailer at the Game Awards instead of a Resident Evil trailer kind of makes me wonder like what that means. Like, because this is still like a year and a half away. And according to the rumors, like Resident Evil Village 2 or whatever the fuck it's going to be is supposed to come out sometime next year. And they haven't said anything about it. So they haven't announced anything, no images, no trailers, nothing. So the fact that they didn't use this time to put out a Resident Evil trailer kind of makes me think the next Resident Evil game is going to be still a ways away. But I don't know. Maybe they're just going to handle it a little bit differently. I know that the last couple of games they released the trailer and then they launched the game like I think 6 months after the trailer. So maybe they're just going to approach it in a different way. But I still feel like kind of a weird choice for them to put this out before any kind of a Resident Evil announcement because people have been waiting for that. So could mean nothing, could mean something. Only time will tell. Any excitement for Onimusha?
I mean, I never played the games, but yeah, I could give it a go.
RGG Studios released a new mysterious game trailer that looks a lot like a Yakuza or Like a Dragon set in 1915. The title was revealed as Project Century, but is likely only a code name. Speculation has already begun circulating among the Yakuza community, with some thinking it's a non-canon spin-off to the Judgment series, or something similar in the Yakuza series, which it's known for doing. So they didn't really show a whole lot, but we're gonna watch the trailer for that as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I've got a little something special for you. We're going to try out the brand new tune. Oh my, your music, you're setting praise. Let's sing together. Let's keep on singing all night and day. With music I'll never stray. Sweet that you're on my mind. For love the music, let's keep on singing night and day. With the music I need. Stray.
The music while like stabbing people.
It's pretty though. Like in the sense of there's a lot going on in the like graphically intense with the weather.
Yeah, wow, it's got great weather effects. Yeah, and it looks like it's. I think Yakuza already did. I think Yakuza already did this, but there's like no transitions between like navigating the city and going into combat. All of the Yakuzas that I've played, there's like a loading screen in between. But I do think they got rid of that. But still, it's nice to see either way that that has made its way into this game, especially with like what maybe looks like a new graphics engine. But yeah, it looks really cool. Weather effects are amazing. I like that it looks like you can like carry weapons with you and stuff like that. I mean, you could kind of do that in Yakuza as well, but it looks like it's a little bit more in depth in this game potentially. Yeah, I like that there's over the top violence as well. That's always a good time. You're seeing less and less of that, so it's always nice to see that. Murder, give me murder. Any interest in this? I know, again, Yakuza is not really your guys' thing, but when I saw this, I was super excited because I love all the Yakuza games, and no matter what this is, like I'm excited for it because of the team behind it. But it could be a lot of things. It could be a brand new IP, it could be a Judgment game, it could be a Yakuza game. Who knows? But I don't know. It looks intriguing to me.
My
What do you guys
question
think?
is, why is Nina Williams in the game?
I haven't gotten to that yet. This
Oh.
is a two-part story.
Oh,
Any thoughts on Project Century?
he's good. If I had the equipment to play it, then when it comes out, then yeah, I might give it a go. Because
It
it's
might
pretty.
be on PC. I think there's like a exclusivity window where it's going to be on PlayStation typically. Like the Yakuza games typically launch on PlayStation and they're ported over to others. But I know the last like 3 of them were multi-platform launches, so it might hit PC earlier than that. I'm not sure. But anyway, this wasn't the only reveal RGG Studios had. They also showed a teaser trailer announcing a new Virtua Fighter game is in the works, which is a big deal because the franchise hasn't seen a mainline release in nearly 20 years. This will be the first time that RGG Studios has developed a core title for the franchise. What's possibly more interesting, though, is the RGG director and producer Masayoshi Yokoyama says with the team working on both Project Century and Virtua Fighter, they plan to continue working outside of genre norms and archetypes, and both games will feature innovative combat, immersive settings, and storytelling to weave everything together. So it's kind of interesting that they are kind of pooling a fighting game and like an open world action game together in like a similar I don't know, like genre, I guess. Like they're talking about both games in terms of like immersive settings, innovative combat, and storytelling. So I wonder if that's going to bleed into Virtua Fighter, where maybe they're going to make it a little bit more cinematic, or if they're going to put like a story mode in there that's going to be more involved. I'm very curious to see what that particular developer is going to bring to any kind of a fighting game, because they do typically make a very different style of game. And if they approach it in a similar manner, it could be really interesting to see what they come up with. And it's always nice to see Virtua Fighter come back. I used to be a really big fan of Virtua Fighter, and then it kind of fell off the planet. And they tried to kind of bring it back a little bit in a couple ways, but it wasn't done very well. They brought back a core version that was like a digital only title, and you download it for free, and then like everything is like microtransactions and stuff like that. You had to buy the individual fighters and all that kind of stuff. So not the greatest way to try to revitalize the franchise. So this looks like it's going to be a legitimate attempt to bring it back, which is good to see. Any thoughts on Virtua Fighter?
Meh.
I don't really know what it is.
I'll give it a go.
You never heard of Virtua Fighter?
Fighter.
I mean, I know you're not a big fighting game person, but Virtua Fighter was kind of I feel like it's kind of a stepping stone for Tekken a little bit.
I had never heard of Tekken until Shaun of the Dead, and I didn't really understand what they were saying at the time either. So I had never really heard of Tekken until meeting like Alec.
Tekken.
And then for a while, I was confused between Tekken and Teppen.
Wow. I'm still confused about Tekken and Teppen.
For the longest time, when somebody was like, I'm playing a fighting game, I was like, oh, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighters, because I thought those were the only two.
Yeah, I hope they're both good. I have faith in that developer. They haven't let me down yet, so hopefully they continue to make really cool things.
And now they will let you.
Honestly, I thought that was Samus.
Wow. Oh my god.
I won't even lie.
Wow.
Who's that motherfucker? You don't even have to shade them. I just show me the picture and I won't know.
I mean, I guess to be fair, it does look a lot like her there. I'll give you that.
And there's so many different like versions of characters now, especially with like Super Smash and stuff, that like I wouldn't like literally you could do a who's that motherfucker to me with the actual pictures and I'd be like, I don't fucking know.
Wow. Yeah, and this is kind of interesting
stereotyping.
Too. Shenmue was almost a Virtua Fighter RPG, and after Shenmue, they tried to kind of make like a Virtua Fighter RPG, but it was like chibi designs. It was like a kiddie kind of version of Virtua Fighter, so it was kind of weird. So like I'm hoping that they approach Virtua Fighter in that way, where maybe they'll try to do something similar, like, but they make a legitimate version of it, not like this shitty kitty baby version of it, and they actually use the real characters with a good graphics engine, make it story driven. And you could also like kind of split it in half, where you have like kind of like an RPG action game, but also at the back end of it you also have like the traditional Virtua Fighter fighting game. I think that would be really cool. That's definitely not going to happen, but it'd be really cool if they did something along the lines of that. I would even take like a Tekken Force kind of a thing. Like I really like one of my favorite things about Tekken is to see kind of how they're going to implement whatever their story thing is. Usually it's disappointing, but sometimes they do something really interesting and innovative, and it's really cool. Like when what was it, Tekken, I want to say it was Tekken 6, where they had like a whole independent engine that kind of worked like a beat 'em up game, where it was almost kind of like top down a little bit, and you would just kind of go through and you'd beat up waves of enemies. I can't remember if it was 6 or it might have been Tekken Tag 2. I can't remember. There's too many of them.
So 6 had the robot girl and Lars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 6.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've done that a couple times. I think Tekken 3 was the first one to try to do something like that. It kind of had a I don't know. I kind of want to compare it to Mega Man Legends in a way, the way that it functioned, their single player mode there. But yeah, I love when companies go the extra mile to do something different, and like that mode's not going to be for everybody, and that's fine. But if you just put in a generic like, oh, here's a couple of still shots, and the core mechanics are just the base fighting game anyway, like who gives a shit? That's for nobody. So at least you can try to make something a little bit different that will capture the attention of maybe a smaller audience, but it'll really land with them. I feel like that's the better way to go about it. And I always appreciate that. But we'll see. I'm excited for it. And finally, Larian is back at it again. Larian founder and CEO Sven Vikna was at the Game Awards where he presented the award for Game of the Year. He was given the honor as the previous year's Game of the Year winner for Baldur's Gate 3. So they gave him some time to have a little bit of a speech. And before he presented the award, he had some pretty interesting things to say about the future of the industry and how developers should approach developing games. And I'm gonna share that with you here.
I realize you guys have been sitting here for over 3 hours, but I still have some time credits from last year to cash in. So it turns out that not only will I be the one who will know as first which game wins tonight, but I actually also know which game is going to win next year, the year after, and the year after. Now, how do I know this? Well, an oracle told me. She said, change is coming. It's a modern oracle, so they made me sign an NDA, but I trust all of you. I know you can keep a secret. You will never leak it. The oracle told me that the Game of the Year 2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. Studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets. And furthermore, the people in charge forbade them from cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design. They didn't treat their developers like numbers on a spreadsheet. They didn't treat their players as users to exploit. And they didn't make decisions they knew were short-sighted and function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow. They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun. They understood the value of respect, that if they treated their developers and players well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they loved games. It's really that simple, said the oracle. Winning Game of the Year turned out to be a life-changing event for us. It was an amazing thing. To those who will win Game of the Year 2024, you have no idea what's waiting for you. It's an incredible honor, and you're in for a heck of a ride. Now remember, should you be told to wrap it up for tonight, you can always come back next year and chat for 3 minutes, okay? So, now, to pay...
Yeah, I thought that was cool that he took the stage and had a really good message to share with the industry. It was really, really nice to see.
Yeah.
Love that.
Alrighty, so that's going to wrap up the news.
Will's face is killing me. Can you please take it down? It's so good. What the fuck did you do to him? You can't look at him like that. He's Karlak's boyfriend. Oh, did you do that or did you fucking?
No, I did that. All
I
right,
just
so
looked
now
over and I died.
now we have Machinima. All right, so this week we have another Machinima to check out today. And the selection that I have was given to me by Jazz this week, which made me think, If there's any machinima out there that you guys like, let me know. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments, and let us know, and I'll take a look at it. And if it's a good one, we'll put it on the show. But this week's video is from Halo Follower. Looks like they started out doing miscellaneous Halo videos starting back in 2013, analyzing all kinds of aspects of the series from plot to gameplay. And eventually, for some reason, they branched out to machinima in 2017, which they are currently still doing. They just put out a video, I think, a couple of weeks ago, which is always great to see. So we're going to take a look at one of their videos.
Dildo. You already picked up my ammo. You can go on now. You're invading my personal space, dude. Okay, like 6 feet. Come on.
He's doing something. Something unholy.
I'm calling Bungie.
Wait. Let him cook.
Somebody fucking help me!
I can't stop!
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't you understand?
Just play the game! It's dishonorable!
This is destiny!
I'm getting a tango, you guys.
Me too.
We got a call about a disturbance. Oh my god!
He's gonna fucking sit on me!
I'm sorry, son. This is out of our control.
What the fuck are you talking about? Shoot him!
Not after how far we've come!
Oh my god! I see it!
Oh, wow. It looks like pure nostalgia.
Oh, it burns!
I found it! I found the way!
Oh my god, I wish I was down there with you!
Don't you understand? You are the chosen one! Give it to me! Give me the light! Give me the TV!
Oh, it feels like I'm getting burned!
That was an experience, yeah.
I feel limber. I feel like we're closer.
I wouldn't go that far.
Ultimate teabag. You're muted.
God damn it. I miss teabagging, the good old days of multiplayer.
Right?
It's fun shit.
That can be arranged.
Oh, God.
Not that kind. But yeah, that one's really good. I've never come across that one, so yeah, it was pretty cool. And it's cool because it's it's a new one. It's a new machinima maker. Because even in 2017, that's still relatively recent in terms of machinima. A lot of shit's 15 years ago this video came out. So yeah, it's nice to see newer creators still carrying the torch along.
And their mini series of ODST versus Helldiver. It's just so funny because the two are just constantly shitting on each other, but how similar the two games are, and who was first, and it's just I'm on episode 3, but it's so stupid but awesome. I love it. I recommend that series.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I've never heard of those lot before, but yeah, I'll give it a go.
Alrighty, it's game time.
Wait. I have a question. Oh, I was on mute. I had a question.
What?
How old was this particular one since it was since they started in 2017 with the machinima?
That one was recent, 6 months ago, I think. Something like that.
Okay. And is it just me, or did the guy sound did Orange sound like Morty? For a second.
Not to me.
Okay, never mind. Game time.
All right. Who said that shit?
Who said that shit in this game? AI Patrick. That's this voice.
I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. Right. Okay. So AI will say a quote. You guys tell me which character and which game. All right. First quote.
Quote 1. Take off your pants, cowboy. Let's fuck.
I have no idea.
Was it NSFW? Was it was this
probably
a game
some
we should be
random
playing?
game on Steam?
At least close.
Red Dead 2.
No.
Red Dead Revolver.
No.
Fuck.
Red Dead Online.
Grand Theft Auto? I mean, I know we're
Red.
supposed to be picking the person, but
Red Bread Redemption.
There is GTA. GTA, motherfucker. 10 points.
I got 2 kids in a bank account. GTA 5.
Yeah, GTA 5.
She said a random number.
Quote 1. Take off your pants, cowboy. Let's fuck.
Trevor.
Yes.
Oh my god, it was?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Sean, you might know this one. Quote 2.
Quote 2. Drinking alone is like shitting with company.
That does sound familiar.
I mean, words to live by.
It's Ethan. Oh, it's Leon. Or Chris. Or Pierce. Okay, then I don't know. It's all the people I know who drink or have anything to do with alcohol.
Quote 2. Drinking alone is like shitting with company.
Damn it. I should know this one. What?
Mm-hmm.
I heard this recently.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted. It's Nathan.
Fuck.
It's Nathan Drake.
It's not Uncharted.
Uncharted.
I got nothing.
Darling. Chat.
Fuck.
Nothing.
You literally talked about the game series on the news.
Not The Witcher.
Yes, Witcher.
Geralt.
Gerald?
Geralt.
Was it Siri?
No. So it's from a Witcher. 3.
Vesemir?
Nope.
Fuck. I don't know.
It's Zoltan. Whoever the fuck that is. Oh, you might have Zoltan Chivalry, whatever. And then, yeah, because I didn't remember the second name, so you might have got it, Sean. In the end. Alright, next one.
Quote 3. Hey, I can throw my shoe at them if you like.
No.
Not. Yeah, no idea.
Quote 3. Hey, I can throw my shoe at them if you like.
Yep. Lee is correct, but which character?
Loving this dead air.
Yeah, I
The
have no
silence.
idea. I've never even played that game.
It's
Or
Frank.
any of those games. Was there
Frank-
2 of them? 3 of them?
Frank Johnson.
There's 2.
Frank Johnson.
Ah, Lee, it's actually Jennifer Moore. So there we go. Right. Quote 4.
Quote 4. Something tore his intestines straight out.
Straight out.
Sounds familiar, but
Lee's got it. Gale, Dino Crisis. And the final quote.
Final quote. I poked my head out of the gutter for 1 freaking second, and fate shovels shit in my face.
That one doesn't sound familiar to me.
Final quote. I poked my head out of the gutter for 1 freaking second, and fate shovels shit in my face.
And Lee's got it again. GTA Vice City
do
Rosenberg.
you and Lee want a room or?
We had a room.
He knows how you think.
Yeah, it's annoying. Alright, so that was Who Said That Shit. The reason why we don't play this game very often.
Because you pull these games and stuff that we don't know.
From complete obscurity.
To be fair, I didn't know The Witcher 3, and I didn't really know Trevor? Trevor. Trevor.
Nobody likes Trevor.
So, yeah. Alright, anyone else have a game, or?
Not me, no.
No. Okay. What was the other game? Monster Game. Monster Game.
You did the mash.
Ooh, Mega Man.
What a monster. I can't believe. What the hell?
Jake Sully.
Mega Man arm? No.
Jake torso.
Yeah. I think the one arm is Alyssa from Clock Tower 3, and the other arm is Frank West in the Mega Man suit.
Okay, Jake Mueller, Rari 6 body, yes, you got correct. Alyssa Hamilton, Clock Tower 3 arm, yes, correct. And the other arm, Frank West, Dead Rising Mega Man costume is also correct.
I should get half credit for that.
There's no credits being handed out.
Oh, fine.
The face almost looks like a Tyrant. Except it's got too many details.
I feel like the face is a developer or something. Okay.
The leg, like with the knee pad, looks super familiar.
The other one does too, the like tan colored one.
Mm-hmm.
I just like how that leg looks. Like, hey boys!
He is kind of doing like a dainty pose.
That is not 100 points for
100 points for Griffin Puff.
Damn. I'm not sure on the other ones.
Okay, I need to remember the Sunshine on the reveal poster. Poster?
I feel like the...
You made it into a poster?
My head's
Who's
not
got...
working.
It's horrifying.
Who's got camo pants? It's not Meryl, is it? Is it Meryl?
No.
Oh, wow.
I feel like it's Chris, but...
It's up to Sean to reveal.
All right.
For the skinniness of it, I would have said Lara, but I don't recognize the boots. Unless it's alternative costume Lara. Hunter Lara.
Oh, there we go.
I want to know about that face.
It's all about that face. That face.
Hmm.
Some trouble.
Mean muggin'.
Super fwank.
Alright. Does that tell you now?
I still don't know.
Don't know.
That face.
Oh, is it Sarge?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the other one is.
Avery Johnson, Halo. The other one is Chris Jacobs, Mercenaries. And the head is Jan Templar from Killzone.
From what?
Killzone series.
Well, he looks like a fucking tyrant. He looks like the Super Frank.
What a monster.
Oh, yeah, that's the games done. Next week we're doing a special Reverse Remember Christmas edition, so yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Christmas. Alrighty. Time for Nobody Asked Us, and we'll wrap it up.
Nobody asked us. No, yeah, I'm not going to bother trying to find a
Jing, jing, jingle bells.
Wow.
What? Okay, question one. What is your favorite Christmas gaming memory? They all speak at once now. She's not my girlfriend. What?
What the fuck? I mean, one that stands out for me is I got my Sega Genesis for Christmas a million years ago, and I got Splatterhouse 3 with it, and it was fucking amazing. Splatterhouse is another dead franchise. Makes me sad. Should bring it back. And they brought it back, and it was decent, and it died. I feel like they had a decent foundation to like make a sequel and improve on it, but no.
Was that one of the games you asked for on your PS2 list and we gave it to you?
No. Yeah, those are all super rare.
I can't remember if I got the PS3 with my birthday present or whether it was a Christmas present for MGS4, because that was the whole reason for me getting the PS3 is to play MGS4. Just can't, because my birthday is so close to Christmas, I just can't remember if it was one or the other.
I think I got my original Xbox on Christmas, and it came with 2 games. It came with Fable and Crimson Skies. But like I don't think I got sick, but like I was on this little like shitty little snowboard on a hill, and I fell forward and like smacked my knee on like thick ice, and my knee swelled up, and so I had to call in sick from work for a while, and so I got to spend like a screeching sound. I got to spend like some time off, and I just played the shit out of Fable, explaining to my mom that like there wasn't a problem with the Xbox, that like it's just like the quality of like the rain in the games, because she kept thinking like there was static going across the game, and she was like, is it broken? I was like, no, it's raining. And like my mom was watching me play because like she was off from work too, and so like in Fable I kept running up to people and farting in front of them and stuff and burping, and my mom was just like, is that all you do in this game? Like, you wanted this just so you could do that? I'm like, I've never played this game, I didn't know you could do this. And it's just like, that was just like that Christmas. But there's probably some when I was younger, I just can't really remember them. But I just remember my big old box here with Fable.
Alright, let's move on to question 2. If you gift someone a console with some games, would you open the console and download the games before Christmas so then they can play on the day?
No, because they should have physical games.
Which they'll still have to download anyways.
Well, fuck them.
Download the games before. So, like, preload it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
If it were like a used, if it was something that was sealed and I had to like break it open, then like morally I feel like you can't open something that was never opened, but of somebody else's. But like if it was like something that I got used or that I was like getting rid of and giving it as a gift, then I would, yeah. might load it up.
Yeah, because I can remember getting new games and I was excited for it, and it's just like even the physical games you put in there, it's like come back a day later. Huh? I want to play this game, but this no, go back to the golden age of PS2.
In fact, I've gifted a Nook to a friend, preloaded with all sorts of books, which is kind of close to the same thing, but not really. But like, but it was my personal Nook that I was, it was used, and I was gifting it.
I don't know. It could be kind of pretentious too, because it's like, I know you're going to like this game, so I'm installing it already, so you're going to play it immediately. Like, what if they don't even like the game that you got them, and you took the time to install it on there? Like,
you could be like, take it or leave it,
Then
Like,
you
here,
got
I
to go
hope
in
you
and
like
delete
it.
it.
I think that if you're gifting something to someone and opening it before and like running the whole install and everything is kind of shitty, like it's a gift. And if you're gonna buy a whole ass console, especially nowadays for somebody, you should be able to tell them like, fucking make sure your internet is good to run this install, because otherwise you're gonna fucking sit there and wait for it. Cause like, I spent the money on the console. The least you can do is spend the money on upping your internet signal. If not, you're gonna fucking wait, because that's what you're gonna have to deal with from now on. You wanted the console, you should have done the research. You have to install every game, even if you have the disc. So like, you have to wait for it to download no matter what. If they want the PS5, like, that's what you're gonna do. So it's like, I'm not gonna do the work for you if that's what you wanted. Especially if it's for a kid. If a kid's gonna, like, if a 10-year-old wants a fucking PS5, that's a lot to ask. Like, I get it, kids want like one of everything and like their kids. But if the parents are gonna spend that money and get them a console, like, again, they should do the research, and not every like household has the unlimited data or whatever. And so like, it's like, hey, like, we're gonna run this thing, like, that's what you're getting now. Like, you're not gonna preset it all and the kid's gonna whine that he's impatient and stuff. You wanted a video game console, you're gonna have to do the work for it. It's like your pet now. You take care of it and don't lose your patience, because otherwise we're gonna return it.
It should be a bonus thing, not like, if you want to do that as part of the gift, like, it should be a bonus thing, not an expectation. Sort of like if you're cooking for somebody or something, beggars can't be choosers. Like, gift receivers can't really, I feel like, be too particular, or you shouldn't ever like poo-poo a gift, like, oh, it's not the perfect, like, oh, it's not, it doesn't have these 15 extra games that I was hoping for. It's like, bitch, you got an entire console.
Well, it's just like, that's not that point. It's the point being specifically for that question. Like, you're giving something to somebody. It's like, I'm giving you like a kit to make your own pizza. I'm not gonna fucking make it and bake and cook it for you either. Like, I'm gonna give you the kit to make it yourself. I'm not gonna give you a box to make a gingerbread house, but make it for you because I assume you're too lazy to do it yourself. Like, no, you're gonna do it yourself. There you go. I bought the thing. I did the work.
But if I wanted to do like, if like out of love, I wanted to do the extra work of downloading a few things or whatever. And
my love was that $500 I put to buy that console. My love is done. There's no love left for you. You're fucking, next year is the love you're getting. That's it.
Right, but it shouldn't be an expectation of the receiver.
The receiver can go to hell if they want more. No offense, guys.
Question 3. What video games do you associate with the holidays?
Bomberman! It's Christmas. Gotta throw bombs at people. Blow shit up. Oh, Die Hard.
Unfortunately, Dead Rising.
Why Dead Rising?
because it takes place during Christmas, the fourth one, and it was terrible. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was bad. It's a little bit above terrible. I don't know. I was super hyped for 4, and it was all exciting because it's like a Christmas game, and it was Frank was coming back, and it was going back to the mall, and I was all excited, and it was not great.
Not a game, but a console. The Wii. Just the Wii. I
think Christmas sucks.
No.
Yes,
No.
there's a fourth. There
Is there?
Yeah, it's a Christmas one.
All right. Well, that has been Nobody Asked Us. We will be doing Nobody Asked Us again next week because trying to find comments to do with Christmas is just so bullshit. So we do comments again New Year's. So yeah. Done.
Sounds good. Oh shit! I almost ended like immediately without
Yeah,
the
just like
wrap-up.
sounds good.
Just boom, done, over.
No outro.
This has been episode 260. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoy the podcast or any of the content at the Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can also help support us through patreon.com/theword productions to get exclusive content. Have a great week. We'll see you the week before Christmas. Bye-bye.
To the house.